not that he was red and haired, but he wanted red soup. Because Edom means red. Jacob said, give me your birthright, whatever that means. And he said, hey, I'm famished. Well, what's my birthright got mean to me? So Jacob's a sneaky character, and Esau's a jerk. That's what it comes down to, right? He doesn't care anything. Well, I don't even know what this birthright is. First we've heard of it. But who would sell his birthright for a bowl of pottage? Very few people, lentil soup or something like that. And he just got up and left. And the narrator laconically says, line 34, that was all Esau cared for his birthright. So Jacob's, even though he's, and by the way, in almost all of these stories, the younger son supplants the older. Why does the younger son supplant the older? We want to get God's choice into it. It's just the older son getting everything, then that's just the normal way of most cultures. This way God is he gets into the thing. You know, God opens the wombs, God takes the younger son over the older son. Because it's a preferred line. Okay, now there's famine in the land. Line 26. Oh, it's Isaac and Aurora. We've done that one, right? And then we also have the Philistines again in line 18. And the Philistines haven't come into the country yet. So all this is messed up. This is what you were saying, that there's overlap here in this well story, I think, huh? But somehow now, I'm not going to bother with this one, but he built an altar again here at Beersheba, line 25, and he invoked the name Yahweh. I mean, look, how many places has Abraham or Isaac invoked the name Yahweh? You know, it's like each place there's a shrine. The story is that's where God's name was invoked. You could catalog them. You have more time than me. Yes, and they have an alliance. Line 33, the well is called Sheva because it's an oath, and hence the town of Beersheba to this day. 34, Esau was 40, and he married a woman called Judith, and she was a Hittite. The Hittite, that also seems to be an anachronism because we didn't really have Hittites in the country according to most historians yet. Hittites come from Central Asia Minor. In any case, that's how it's presented. And that was a bitter disappointment to Isaac and Rebekah. He married out. And like, you know, so many family problems. These marriages don't please the parents. Now, Jacob is going to get the blessing, chapter 27. And it's another one of those lovely stories about getting the birthright. The next one, chapter 28, by the way, is going to be how instead of Abraham sending his servant to get Isaac a son from the relatives, Isaac is going to send Jacob and tell him to go to the relatives and you know, not get a son, but get a wife from the relative. Okay, but look, 27. Isaac had grown old. Isaac had grown old already? A minute ago, he was a young man. So Isaac, he's famous, Isaac, but we don't get much information about him, do we? Who are the biggies? Well, there's quite a lot about Abraham, even though it's sketchy. There's going to be a lot about Jacob and Joseph. But Isaac and some of the others, not so much. So Isaac is old. This is a famous story. He summons Esau to him. Esau, here I am. Look, I'm old. I may die. Get your weapons. Get me something savory to eat. And then I'll give you a blessing. This is weird. You don't bless people unless they bring you something. Is that what the message is? And Rebecca likes like Sarah, or like, pardon me, who was lurking around the tent when the angels? I guess it was Sarah, wasn't it? Like Sarah is lurking around, she hears. So Esau went out to the country. And Rebecca says, Jacob, come on, we can't let this happen. I heard what your father said to your brother. Go to your flock, get some lambs. We'll cook it up, and you'll get the blessing. But look, Esau's hairy, and I'm smooth-skinned, like 12. Again, lovely story. He'll see that I'm cheating him. Again, aren't any of these people perfect? I'm not one of them. They're all just very human, right? And I'll get a curse instead of a blessing. Don't worry, the curse will be on me, my son. Go and do as I say. 13. So he dresses her son like Esau and puts hair around his arms and neck from the skin so that he'll think he's hairy. Esau was pretty hairy. And he goes before his father's dim-sighted and old. Father, I'm here. Who are you, my son? Jacob said, I am Esau, your firstborn. Oh, this is like Little Red Riding Hood almost. Come here, come here. How quickly you found it. It was Yahweh, your God. Line 20, put it in front of me. The voice is Jacob's, but the arms are Esau. Again, a good picture of old men, doddering old men. Are you really my son Esau? Bring me the game. Come closer. I'll kiss you. And he smelled the smell of the clothes, and he blessed him. Yes, the smell of my son is the smell of a fertile field, 27 and 28. May God give you a dew from heaven, riches. May nations serve you, and peoples bow down before you. Be master of your brothers. Here we go again, brothers. What brothers? There's only one that we know of. May the sons of your mother bow down before you. This sounds like Joseph, Jacob's favorite son. So this is really a Joseph blessing because it's his brothers. Remember, Joseph has the dream. His brothers bow down before him. This really relates to a Joseph blessing. And Israel is the father of Joseph, and the north was called Israel, and Joseph is basically the father of the northern tribes. Principal northern tribes are Joseph tribes. Southern tribes are Judah tribes. Cursed be he who curses you, blessed be he who blesses you. This is a really exciting, it's a nice universe though. It's very appealing, I think. I'm sure you can see something too. Then poor Esau comes back. Father, 35, bless me too, I am your firstborn son. Your brother came by fraud and took your blessing. That's why he's called Jacob. Now he supplanted me twice. Something to do with taking his place. First my birthright and now my blessing. Haven't you got anything from me, Father? Okay. I've given him everything. And then Isaac was silent.